Hello, hello, and happy Thursday. I'm back to answer another question, and that is, what is my favorite probiotic for adults and children? And are gummies just sugar-coated good intentions? First of all, I totally love this question. By the way, this is my real life messy house behind me. So I love this question because it's a really smart way of thinking about it. Are gummies just sugar filled good intentions? So I have a couple answers to this question. Let's start with the probiotics really quickly, and let's talk about why we want to take probiotics, like what they're good for, what they're not good for. So first of all, I kind of want to say a probiotic, if you have gut issues and you have like a lot of bloating, digestive issues, maybe some constipation, all that sort of thing, usually a probiotic is not the end all be all. So you can see lots of really great results from taking a high quality probiotic, but a lot of times people will say, oh, I've got problems, I better take a probiotic, and think that's going to solve everything. Now, in some cases, it can be the one thing that makes the most impact right away, right? And that's amazing. In other circumstances, it may be a combination of using like a high quality probiotic in addition to making some lifestyle changes, like eliminating food sensitivities, drinking enough water, maybe taking some digestive enzymes, whatever it is in your specific case. The point is, you always want to ask, like, why is this happening? You want to get down to the root cause of like whatever is kind of making the symptoms that you're complaining about, okay? But so usually a probiotic is not like the end all be all, but it is a very important part of any comprehensive gut protocol or maintenance or lifestyle where you are supporting your good microbiome. So I personally, and I pulled out the bottle so you can take a look here. My favorite is Megaspore Probiotic. It's a spore-based probiotic, which basically means dirt probiotics, which is pretty funny. But one of the things that you'll notice is a lot of times when you research like what makes a good probiotic, it'll say something like you need to have 20 billion strains or whatever, right? And so when you're doing like lactobacillus and bacillus and those sorts of strains, you have to have these really, really high numbers to make sure that when they are, a bunch of them are killed in the stomach acid and through the digestive process, that you then get enough through the system to even make an impact, okay? So that's why those ones have to be like super, super high. But spore-based are really hardy. They survive the digestive process. And so, for example, in this probiotic, the Megaspore, there's only 4 billion spore cells, okay? But there's a lot of reasons. You can always go to their website. It's Microbiome Labs. And check out like a lot of the reasons that this is really, really amazing. But spore-based is really beneficial for a lot of people. It's one of the favorite probiotics I really love to use for myself and my clients. I take 2 a day. It is only through a practitioner, so I'll post a link below if you want to get it. But if you wanted to use it for children, you would just use a lesser dose. So it comes in the little capsules, and you could start with maybe like half a capsule poured into a shake or food of some sort or whatever, or juice, whatever, so that your child can start taking it at a lower dose because it is a really strong probiotic. But you might want to kind of do that depending on their weight. So, you wouldn't necessarily want to start like a baby on like a full tablet, okay? So if you have questions about specific things like that, just let me know or maybe go to their website. But yeah, this is absolutely my favorite. So spore-based, does not have to be refrigerated. So it's a great one to take when you travel, and it definitely provides a lot of amazing support. Like I said, it gets through your entire system, and so it's very, very beneficial. Okay, so probiotic, awesome. So let's answer the question about gummies really quickly. Are gummies just sugar-coated good intentions? Normally, yes. So for example, chewables and gummies, a lot of times the first ingredient, so like if you go and get like a chewable vitamin C, the first ingredient is sugar because they want to make it taste good when it's chewable, right? So typically, those are not the best choices, but they are, you do need to use either gummies or chewables, or maybe sometimes liquid, like droplets or something like that, depending on the situation. If children are too young, or they, refuse to swallow tablets, or they have, maybe issues with that for some reason, or they're afraid of it, or it's uncomfortable, or whatever it is. Sometimes it's just necessary. So there is a brand, I believe it's called My Kind Organics, and their gummies and things are sweetened with fruit juice. So it is sugar, but it's completely natural, and it's not like this dose of like cane sugar. So you might want to look into something like that, because there's always the natural options. And then sometimes if you get like a liquid tincture of something, that's going to be probably have less sugar than like a chewable, because it needs to be so flavorful in your mouth. And then again, with probiotics or capsules that are powdered, you can always dose down for children by breaking the capsules open and putting them in some juice or a meal or something like that. Now, when I say a meal, you don't necessarily want to heat it up, because that'll ruin it. But what you do want to do, you could sprinkle it on top, or mix it in something, or blend it up in a smoothie, or mix it in, or whatever. Does that make sense? While we're on the topic, I thought I would also throw in my favorite adult multivitamin, because I get a lot of questions about this. And one of my clients that I was on the phone with yesterday had a really great question. She was like, I usually go to, the grocery store and get an adult multi. Does it really make that much of a difference if I get the one that you recommend? And I was like, it does actually. And just to clarify, I do not get any kickback from recommending this product. So there's no financial benefit here for me saying these things. My absolute favorite is Amy Meyer's multivitamin. So Dr. Amy Meyer's. The reason I like this so much is because she specifically formulated it for people that have thyroid issues. Now, it doesn't mean if you don't have a thyroid issue that you shouldn't be taking this. What that means is that it's very carefully developed to be extremely bioavailable. The vitamins are in forms and utilized in the vitamin in a way that your body can absorb them efficiently. And the types of vitamins that are used in this are the ones that are most beneficial to your body. Okay, so it's really bioavailable and it's very helpful. So for example, one of the vitamins that you always want to look carefully at in the B vitamin family is folate. And any multivitamin that you get, you don't want it to say folic acid. You want it to say folate or methylfolate, okay? And so this one, basically, if I can find it really quickly, because it took me, there it is. So she has 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate in here as the folate vitamin, okay? And so that is the bioavailable form that your body can use. It's really, really important, because folic acid can actually, if you're taking a folic acid supplement, it's a synthetic version of that vitamin, and that can block the folate receptor. So even if you're getting folate from another source like your leafy greens or something like that, the folic acid is going to block the absorption of that. So you want the actual most beneficial, most bioavailable version of the vitamin that's gonna you're gonna feel a difference in your body. So typically what I do and what I recommend to my clients is that you start with the full dose at 6 tabs a day. Now there's a lot of B vitamins in here, and like I said, it's very bioavailable, so you should see a response and feel good on this. So what I normally recommend is that you would take 3 in the morning and 3 at lunch, but don't take anything that has a lot of B vitamins like in the afternoon, because if you are sensitive and respond to them, it can affect your sleep later on, because B vitamins obviously give you a lot of energy. So I usually do like 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, something like that. And then once you feel like maybe you've gotten through an entire bottle at that dosage or whatever, you can always drop down to sort of like the maintenance mode of just 3 a day and see how you feel. And so that's how you can kind of tweak it. You can extend the bottle to be, 1 bottle takes 2 months as opposed to 1 month. And you can really listen to your body and see how it does for you, which you should do with everything, by the way. Like, even if I say Megaspore Probiotic is the best probiotic in the world and you should use it, if you don't notice a difference by the time you use an entire bottle, if you're like, it didn't do anything different for me, and then you stop it and you still didn't notice anything good, bad, other, indifferent, whatever, then try a different probiotic and see if maybe that's what your body needs. Everybody is chemically different. Everybody's medical history is different. Everybody's gut microbiome is different. And so what I'm recommending is my best recommendations that generally work for a lot of people. But if you try these and they don't work for you, then try something else. So, all right, I hope that answers the question. If you have any more, please drop them below. Make sure to comment on this video if you watch the whole thing. I would love to see. And hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And let me know if you have any other questions.